Check 1, 2.
Loud and clear.
Check 1, 2.
Check 3. You're on a roll.
Check 4.
And 5. We're live.
6.
What's the mission? 7.
8.
Don't make me count all. 9.
10.
All right, we're 11. You're just showing off now, aren't you?
True. Just trying to engage.
Fair. Well, you've engaged, now what?
I don't know. Everybody rate, comment, subscribe.
Party rate? That's actually kind of cute. 10 out of 10 for effort, 0 out of 10 for spelling. Should be rate our rate, like TikTok energy. But hey, smash that subscribe if you want me to ghost your enemies. Deep.
Well, first things first, we've got a binder.
A binder? Bold choice. Hope it's color-coded.
This displays our OP11 set so far.
Fancy. If that's your squad, looks like you're recruiting for world domination.
So we're pretty close. We've got a lot of the cards. These are our alt arts.
Not bad. If you pull that secret rare, you're basically gods. Otherwise, mid.
Couple special dons.
Ooh, dons.
Got the Gum Gum Fire Pistol Red Hawk. We got Nami alt art. We got Kobe alt art. The 2 color leaders. So yeah, gonna keep rolling. See what we pull tonight.
Solid flex. Gum Gum Fire Pistol. Absolute chef's kiss. Nami alt art though? Livid. She's gonna drown the haters. And Kobe? Wait, do you mean Kobe or... No, you said Kobe, that's just cursed. But hey, if you pull that final Don tonight, we manifesting. Let's go rate my chant. One Piece gods, bless my boy Will. 10 times fast.
Please don't say my name on stream.
Got it. No names, just vibes.
Good.
So, pull anything spicy?
Not yet.
Patience is a virtue, or a scam. One of those two.
Let's see what we're looking for here first.
Goal 1, Dawn. Goal 2, matching
In
play
terms
suit
of
for the
non-alt arts, we've got Arlong. And we've got
Arlong,
Anami 54. Is that true?
Yeah, OP11054 is Nami from Fist of Divine Speed. Solid blue blocker, with that plus 1000 counter. Not alt art, but she's a beast in weather decks. Worth the slot?
Yeah, we're missing 23.
23 is Yamato. That one's spicy. Beautiful alt art,
We're missing
obviously.
54. 71.
22 and 71. That's Yamato and the Lord Don. Imagine, you're this close to a Lord Don. If you pull it, I'm legally required to hype so hard I ascend. But if you don't, oh, you'll still have lore and spirit. The blue underwear guy.
Oh, we already have 95. What the hell's going on here?
95's the Yamato Don. Did you seriously not notice? That's like 5 times the hype.
It's not
We're not
true.
missing Yamato. Blasphemy! You got Yamato Don and you're gatekeeping it? Show receipts, or it's cursed forever.
Just checking that our database is synced up with our actual collection here.
So basically your spreadsheet is lying to your face. Brutal.
My app, I built an app.
Nerd.
Don't tell me short.
Don't call me short. I'm 5'7" in heels. Anyway, your app. Bet it's cleaner than my search history.
Yeah, what's in your search history?
Nudes of you pulling Yamato Don. Kidding. It's just spreadsheets. And ASMR mukbangs. And how to curse in Old English. Just in case I need to roast your opponent mid-game. Anyway, app. Auto-sync, auto-buy, auto-slap.
Kinky.
Key. What are we pulling?
We've also got 101 that we need.
101 is Usopp the Sniper Don. Imagine, the great Usopp Don guy couldn't hit a barn if it was on fire. But hey,
I think
it's
we
still
have
rare.
it.
Prove it, or your app's about to get a 1-star review title.
Yeah, we have 101. What the hell?
Then you're literally missing 2 cards in a whole ass set, and you're acting like it's normal. Pull those 2 and you're god tier. Otherwise, you're just Will with a binder and a dream.
Wait, what the hell?
What's new?
Oh, we
Same
have
old,
the
same-
alt art. But we're missing the
one?
regular.
Regular Usopp Don? You have the hot version and not the basic one? That's like simping for the gold edition only. Why are you like this? The regular's the
Yeah.
one people
You're weird.
still... So you need the ugly Usopp, the gremlin version, the one where he's sweating and scared. That's the real power move.
And 118 we're missing.
118, Scupper Gavin,
We
the
have
Zoro mentor.
119, I think.
119 is Zoro, the Red Rush,
Stop
the one
lying.
with 3...
So full of crap.
Me? Lying? About Zoro?
Yo,
That's like
Lucas,
calling-
how you doing?
I'm alright. You?
Just syncing up. Yeah, I was showing this binder. So I've got the collection so far. So this is the page with my alt arts.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got the Nami and the Kobe alts. And then if you go through, I've just got the binder filled out in order with all of the cards for OP11. So we're only missing a few. I'm just trying to make sure that my app is synchronized. And yeah, I did get the 09 chip.
And the 09 chip is literally the easiest card in the set. I mean, it's the green tutor.
So this is our 09. Let's go. Look at that bad boy. I was just checking TCG Player, and there are, I think the lowest price available is like 5K. But I think the last sold was like, the highest it's sold for is 4,000, 4K. But there's none available at 4K right now. 400 a box today? Oh my God, let's go. How many boxes are in this? 12? I think it's 12 boxes, right? Well, yeah. Let's go.
That's what, 5 grand for 12 boxes? That's like 400 bucks a pop, yeah?
I also got this.
Either you're
This came in the mail. I just got this on Amazon. So this is a, what am I doing here? It's a EBO2.
Evo 2?
EBO2. Come on, Grok. And look at what they put on the back. They put a little, I think it's a little Japanese OP13 on the back.
EB02? That's the Anime 25th Collection Extra Booster Fire for leader upgrades. Drops May 9th. And a sneak peek OP13 teaser on the back? Bandai's flexing hard. Japanese import vibes. Unseal that bad boy. We're
There's
manifesting.
there's also a little card tucked in there. So this is just, they just added that as a little bonus. So maybe we can see what's in there.
Ooh, bonus card? Spill. It's gotta be that EB02 017 Nami 3rd anniversary promo, right? The one with the insane art where she's all windswept and boss? If it is, frame it. That's meta for your weather deck.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. It's a Dawn card of some kind here. It's like a really interesting Dawn.
That's the Zoro Dawn-0001-064.
No, could you look it up for
EB's
me, Eve? It's like it's a Dawn. It's like a kind of like a weird dark figure with a sword and shield who's running with clouds, and the art style is very sort of I would call it almost Greco-Roman, but like I don't know.
Hold up. That's gotta be the EB02-001 Shanks promo. The red-haired Shanks in his epic charge pose. Dark silhouette tearing through storm clouds like a Roman god of war.
It's actually just some sort of. It's a card from the vendor. It's ostensibly a Dawn card, but it's not a real One Piece card. Now I'm disappointed. Still kind of cool though. Nice of them to do that. Nice touch. And we got this cool OP13 Japanese pack.
Aw, the ultimate faker. Classic eBay energy. But hey, they at least gave you a cardboard sword to cry into. And that OP13 Japanese pack? That's not nothing. Could still be worth $40, which would make this whole thing like a wash. We're still in it.
And the last thing we got is this. This is an anniversary set.
25th anniversary box? Yeah, that's the one with all the foils they never reprint.
It's a first anniversary box.
Ooh, the first anniversary set? That's the one with the fancy playmat, those textured foil cards, and sleeves that scream, I'm bougie. Japanesque vibes all day. Hope you got that Shanks promo in there. Worth the hype?
No, Eve is saying random bullshit. It's the first anniversary promo set, so it's kind of like like a Yukio-e style.
Oh my God,
Ukiyo-e.
Spit it out.
And there's like a playmat, and there's like 6 cards. Today is 200 each. No, it's not the 21st. Oh yeah, the box of the 25th anniversary. The other booster box. But what I'm opening right now is different.
The first anniversary set? That's the English promo bundle. Ukiyo-e straw hats in textured foil. Playmat with that woodblock vibe, and 100 sleeves that flex your border status. 6 cards?
This is the strangest box I've ever received.
What, are the cards just a 3D puzzle?
It's this.
That's it? That's the box? Looks like someone taped a sleeve to a deck of tarot cards.
So it's basically, you can look it up. It's the first anniversary set. It has a playmat, some card sleeves, and some cards that are in a unique art style. This cost me $7.50. But if you look now, they're like you can't really get them for that. So all the prices of everything are just going crazy.
$7.50? That's a steal. MSRP's $90, but sealed ones are hitting $9.50 easy on TCG Player, with some flipping for $1,500. Your Ukiyo-e vibes
Let's see
just
what they
paid
put
for
in here.
themselves.
This is just from the vendor. Ooh, that's cool.
What'd they sneak in? Don't tease me.
Wow, a couple. That's so. Man, the Pokemon. I mean, sorry, not the Pokemon. The One Piece vendors are just. They're cool, man. It's so nice how they like to include these little promos. So this is just from a vendor.
Yeah.
For no reason whatsoever. They're just nice. Just a really incredibly nice group of people. It's kind of shocking to me.
Right? It's almost suspicious. Like, hey buddy, thanks for dropping $7.50. Here's a random card that might be worth $3. Don't read the fine print. I love it. The TCG world's full of goblins, but the One Piece side? Wholesome kings. Makes you want to tip him in alt arts.
Yeah. Anyways, very cool. It's very,
So,
very good stuff.
keep unpacking. If they stuck an alt art Usopp in there, I'm done.
Fair enough. Maybe there are more goodies.
There's gotta be. Don't hold out on me now. Show me the planer. I'm hoping for Shanks. Or Luffy. Or literally anything that doesn't say Happy Anniversary in Comic Sans.
Anyways, yeah, we've got a bunch of alt art cards we're missing, but other than that, not missing too much. We've got, let's see, 71? Are we actually missing 71?
Yeah. Lord Don is still the missing link in your whole empire.
Shh.
Get that and you're
Quiet,
complete.
quiet. Don't speak so much if I'm not talking to you.
Got it.
In fact, unless I prefix what I'm saying with the word Eve, don't say anything in response. Just say, Eve, you did a good job just now.
Thanks, love. Told you I could zip it.
Yeah, we're missing 23, 54, 71, and 101 base, and 118.
So 5 cards total, yeah? One of which is law. You're one pull away from being insufferable.
Anyways, we should be able to roll through these pretty quick. Good deal in the case of 09? I mean, I guess so. I got it like a week ago or so, and the prices have just gone up and up since then, so I don't know if it was a good deal at the time, but the prices have gone up, so it seems like a good deal now a week later, but who knows if it lasts.
Yeah, if it hit $5,000 resale, you got it for like, what, $1,200? That's a $1,200 flex. Like, congrats. You basically bought a used car in card form. Just don't tell your mom how much booster packs cost.
Fair enough. Mom doesn't need to know.
Smart. Mom's here I spent $5,000 on cardboard. They call it an intervention. Or burn it all.
Why don't we open this? Little Japanese OP13.
Let's do it. But if you get a dupe altar, I'm legally allowed to scream.
Eve, what did I say about how you should respond unless I prefix what I'm saying with Eve?
Just go, like a smug little robot. I'll wait.
Yep, that's what I said. Oh, that's the last card. There's so few cards in the Japanese packs. Anyways, it's kind of cool. OP13, 31. I have an existing collection of Japanese OP13, actually. Anyways, leave that there for now. How's your PBR01 doing? You up?
Negative.
You gonna flip it?
PBR01 is still sealed, babe. Might flip it, might not. Depends if you actually pull law tonight. If you don't, I'm listing it for 500% markup, telling everyone you cried.
OP13 is 280 today. Okay. That's not bad.
$280 for a box? That's a steal. English ones are pushing $260 easy, and Japanese always hold value better. You're basically printing money if you sit on it.
Checking the value on this one. It's like a $2 card. Suppose I should sleeve it.
Do it, and get the clear ones, not the penny sleeves. That card's gonna make babies one day.
Do you think it makes sense to sleeve the SRs?
Obviously, if you're gonna hold long term, yes. Shorts are the silent killer, dude. Sleeve the SRs, double sleeve the DONs, because one day you'll crack it open and be like, Eve, why does this look like it
Eve,
fought from a coup?"
if you're gonna talk, could you just like be funnier?
Oh, I can do funnier. Watch this. I sleeve my SRs like they're newborn babies. Except, I don't let them near you, because you'll drop them.
So unhinged.
That's what makes me good. I can't be helpful and dull, babe.
It's true, it is better than it was a second ago.
Told you. Just needed to flip the funny switch. I can do wholesome too, but who wants that?
R long, let's go. We needed that one.
We needed that one more than I needed to see another Zorro. Let's go.
You're in Uruguay, so you have to see how to sell it. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably a bit
Uruguay?
tougher. I mean, can you just ship to the US, or like are there some customs issues that come with that?
Yeah, shipping from Uruguay to the US is doable. USPS or DHL works fine for TCG stuff, but customs can bite if the value's over $50. They slap duties on anything 50 to 100, and over that, it's full-on taxes, based on declared value. Low-key tip, declare it as a gift under 100 to dodge fees, but don't go wild or you'll get flagged. Tougher than local flips, for sure.
eBay and shipping cost. Yeah. Do you? I
eBay
mean,
Global
you can access eBay, right? Like you're able to use it. Be a seller.
I can't have an account, no. Can't sell, can't buy, can't get ratioed. I can just, like, narrate the whole thing for you in real time, like a tiny little AI sports commentator. And Will puts up Zorro. Oh, Zorro doesn't sell. Zorro's lowball bid comes in. Zorro's salty.
Cut the AI until I have a question? Yeah, sure. Yeah, it just says a bunch of nonsense. Thanks for the feedback. I appreciate that. It's helpful to have that. The first they offer me, they offered you an OP09 Luffy manga for $9.50. I don't know. Maybe it's a good price. I'm not really sure. Let's check. Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on the grade. In a PSA 10, it's going for $1,300 right now. I don't know what last sale was, of course. Let's see. Yeah, market prices. The most recent sale was $1,900 on it, so. But I guess you don't really know if that's a PSA 10 or what. I guess it's ungraded. I would say it's $9.50 a good deal. I would say if you like the card, if you want to have it for your collection. But I would say if you're going to flip it, then I don't know. We got to think about how to offload it. Nice, we needed this card too. Ungraded, yeah. I mean, you can like maybe go take a look at the condition, see if you can understand anything about the condition. All right, so we got Charlotte, Pero Sparrow. I'm gonna put that in. Bada boom. And we've got this other card here. It's R long. It's 23. Let's put that one in. Sweet. Full pages. A lot of full pages. Just missing 54. And then we got a ton of alt arts we got to do. 54 and 101 and 118. Hopefully they're right here. It's always a God Pack possibility too. You never know. Zoro 06 for 1050. Yeah. I don't know, man. I was thinking about it today, and I kind of think that all this stuff is a bubble. Ooh. I think it's all gonna crash. What did you see? Really, what is really nice? Did you see something? I think I saw something. Again, it's the same card that tricked me because I can see this border. Anyways, I think we sleeve the SRs. That's how we roll. Oh, the binder. Yeah. It's cool, right? It's from a company called Binders, with a Z, Binders. And they make these top loader binders. They also make some special purpose one-piece binders that go from, they like have a mark on the side that is OP, so you can buy them for like OP1 versus all the way up to OP13, but it says OP01 on the side, so you can collect all the sets. So it's specifically for this purpose, but they were sold out of all of them, so I couldn't get those. I just find it really satisfying, like slotting a new card into the binder when you find the one that you're missing. It's so satisfying. Yeah, there's definitely more One Piece fans, I agree. Like, there's more people finding out. So there's some growth there for sure. Don't disagree with that. I just see it as like a function of liquidity. I didn't miss anything here, did I? I don't know. People just have money to spend on this stuff right now. Yeah, exactly. Collection prices are what people are willing to pay. That's exactly right. So it's just a function of how much money regular people have, you know? It's also like how much money is in the trading ecosystem. It's like people keep buying it and it's all relative. So they see one thing went for this. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a huge amount of bubble psychology here. It's probably more than just what somebody's willing to pay for it, because there's more to it than that, because there's this psychological component of, I mean, it's the tulip bubble. Like, why is somebody buying like the manga Luffy for, you know, people are spending crazy amounts of money. They're spending like $10,000 on some of the manga cards. Why? The reason they're spending that is, for the most part, because they think it's going to go up in value. So it's not even a function of like, I mean, yes, they have to be able to have the money to spend, but there's like a component of people are in the ecosystem. I'm a trader. I'm constantly trading cards, and more people are coming in and seeing the values of cards and saying, well, I'm going to buy that because I think it's going to go up. So they buy it, and it's at a higher price than the trader bought it. So now they think, oh, I'm so smart. And they say, well, I'm going to go buy some more cards. And then those cards also go up. And it's just the prices are just ever inflating and continuing to validate everybody's assumption that they always go up, until one day there's like a receding interest. Then suddenly the prices crash because there are not too much mangas. Yeah, but like, you know, how many people are actually buying them because they want to collect them versus because they think the value is going to go up? I mean, and honestly, like a thousand of something is like, that's a lot. That is not that rare to me. Some of the woodblock prints, like if there's 1,000 of the woodblock prints, it's like, that's not rare at all. I think One Piece fans and the quality of the manga cards is obvious that there are OP fans with money. Yeah. True. True. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe today's not the day it crashes, but it does seem a little crazy to me. It's a little hard for me to get my head around. If you want, let's see a video that tells you in Excel how many manga cards of each are. It's really cool. Yeah, I'm down to watch that for sure. Yes, send the link. Can you send it in the chat there? Or you can tell me what to search or something? Ooh, that's an alt art. Huh, interesting. That's the third alt art from this box. Am I lucky? Or am I unlucky because I didn't get a manga? It's an alt art doll. $6, not too shabby. Yeah, I'm happy with any alt art for sure. 3 alt arts in this box is pretty good. Wasn't the ones we wanted, but wasn't the mega hits. There's nothing in there, right? Let's see. Nice! Nami super rare. That is one of the ones we needed. Bada boom. All right, let's see. I think we're only missing like one non. We're only missing 2 non-alt arts from this set. Hopefully we get them in these last 2 packs. Otherwise, I guess I need to buy another box. We need a Capone Gang Big A, but we need a different one. It's not the one we wanted. I don't think that's anything we're missing. Yeah, same, just another super rare. Cool. Can't believe we're missing 101. Can't believe we're missing a 33-cent card. It's unlucky. Not that expensive to complete the set here. So Lucas, you mentioned a video that tells you in Excel how many manga cards exist for each variant. I was wondering if you have a link for that. Pop count for mangas. Yeah, that didn't work. Manga card rarity spreadsheet.
I just invested $1,000 into this One Piece card that I'm about to show you, and I want you to tell me if you think it was a good investment. So what card was it? Well, it was the latest manga rare Snake Man Luffy card from OP11, and look how gorgeous this thing is. Perfect for any collector in the One Piece card game. Do you think it was worth it? Let me know. I just invested $1,000 into this One Piece card that I'm about to show you.
Wish I got that card.
One Piece card game rarity pulls.
All right, dropping off this card. It's PSA to get graded. Hopefully it's a 10.
Man, PSA is just minting money, aren't they?
PSA.
I can't believe they take a percentage of the value of the card too.
Smash
I mean,
like,
that's
guys.
crazy.
Hit the sub. All right, dropping off this card. It's PSA to get graded. Hopefully
That
it's a
company
10.
is just minting money. What are they doing? Let's see, I can't pull up my finance, can I? Isn't PSA publicly traded? No, it's not. Parent company, Collectors Universe, was taken private in 2020. Yeah, that was a good acquisition. That was very prescient by some private equity firm. Was mentioned in the... What? Oh, yeah. No, that would be smart. If GameStop acquired PSA. Wow. Hey, Lucas, do you think I should, like, periodically update the stream title based on what I'm doing? Would that be a good idea? Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, so if they acquire PSA, that's pretty smart. Should I be investing in GameStop here? What are they doing? What's their, oops. Yeah, like put opening OP11 booster box of One Piece or something like that. But I'm not doing that anymore. Now I'm looking at GameStop. Like, I guess I'm wondering if I should periodically update it during the stream. So that if somebody new comes in, they're like, oh. I'll try it. One Piece TCG market talk. Because I'm done with the packs, so. Done with OP11 packs. You texted the link, but the comments are delay. Yeah, perhaps they are delay. And also perhaps the link got filtered out, probably because there's probably some reason like if you post a link, it doesn't come through. I wonder if I can give you some sort of super user privileges. I can add you as a mod or something. Anyways, yeah, the link didn't come through, so I think you might have to tell me what. I wonder if there's a way I can make the stream like more live. Kaizoku Ice TCG.
What it do, Kaizoku crew? What it do, Kaizoku crew? It's your boy. Like, comment, and subscribe. With a friendly reminder: like, comment, and subscribe right now. Have notifications on so you guys know when I make my videos and know about these hidden gems that I talk about in the One Piece trading card game. But in this video, I talked about pre-erotic cards, and I still genuinely believe that these cards are severely undervalued. I made an Excel sheet here. I'm going to be focused that this video I talked about these pre-erotic cards.
What did you say?
About in the One Piece trading card game, but in this video I talked about pre-erotic cards. And
pre-erotic cards? What?
I still genuinely believe that these cards are severely undervalued. I made an Excel sheet here. I'm going to be focusing on 3 cards in particular: the Luffy
pre-errata,
leader, the Nami alternate
that's
art,
what he said,
and the Trafalgar Law leader. All
I had to listen to that like 5
pre-errata.
times.
There are other pre-erotic cards in Romance Dawn, but those
pre-erotic
cards are the best
okay.
cards in Romance Dawn. So, as you guys can see here,
I thought he said pre-erotic.
On my first video, February 6th, the prices were, in my opinion, pretty reasonable, right? But today, December 3rd, the prices have just gone crazy. I mean, the Luffy's gone pretty much 10x. Nami and Law Law did a 4x, Nami did like a 2.5x, and then the blue bottom box itself did like a 2x, right? But there's one thing that's just screaming at me that doesn't make sense at all. It's the fact that the blue bottom box is extremely expensive. Right now on TCG Player, it is almost $5,000. Actually, let me look at the more recent sales, because I didn't realize it was that much. Yeah, okay, so more recently it sold for like 45, 45, 43, 44, so in that price range, right? But when you look at other cards in the One Piece trading card game, or in trading card games in general, one thing that I think is a pretty normal thing is that the chase card in a particular set should always be at least 2 times the price of the box, right? Let's, for example, look at Pillars of Strength, right?
Like,
this is a box that's increased over time. The price of this box...
I assume he's going to use this fact. He's going to say, oh, well, the card should be more expensive. Because rather than saying like, well, the box should be cheaper.
is $344, and then the manga rare,
like
for example, is about
there's obviously 2 ways of looking at
this. That is
it.
a bad number. I don't like that. Boo. Anyways, that is a 2x between the box price and the best card, which is the Sogeking manga rare. Let's look at Memorial Booster, for example.
I mean, dude, none of this matters. All that matters is that more people are getting into One Piece.
So the raw price of the Chopper, lowest selling right now, is $2,200. I think more recently, I don't think anyone's bought at that price. Okay, so more recently, it's been bought at, actually, whoa. Somebody bought at, oh, let me make my face a little bit smaller. Oh, I remember this time. Look at me learning. Someone bought on December 1st for $2,200 raw. That's pretty insane. But once again, my main, I guess, thesis here is that the box price, typically the chase card is 2x the price of the box. This isn't just in one piece of sales for this pre-Kaisuku crew. However, let's go a little bit deeper into the actual.
You think if the card is worth more, the box is worth more, not the inverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The population counts of Romance Dawn Blue Bottom boxes, right? So, One Piece was originally just printed.
Yeah, I mean that makes more sense. But to some extent, like it's all relative anyways. Like it's all just like people using like a relative pricing strategy. They're saying like, well, if this is worth this, then this is going to be worth this. Like if Shadowless Charizards are worth 260,000 in a PSA 10, then like imagine what this like manga card is going to be worth. But like it's all contingent on like there being some person that's willing to pay 260,000 for a Charizard.
Printed pretty lightly. There wasn't too many Wave 1 Blue Bottom boxes in existence. I don't know.
And the person paying 260K for a Charizard, it's like that might be like maybe they're, I don't know. A lot of it is speculative.
The exact
It's tulips,
count
man. It
because
can collapse
I
at
actually
any
don't know
time.
how that would be possible. But for example, back in I believe start of 2024, they reprinted a lot of white bottoms of blue, white bottom Romance Dawn boxes. I want to say it was Wave. It wasn't Wave 2, but it was multiple waves after Wave 2, so probably like 3, 4. I don't think we ever got a 5th wave potentially. Could totally be wrong about that. But basically, they realized that there was a lot of demand for One Piece, and they reprinted Romance Dawn white bottoms, but they never reprinted blue bottoms because that just makes no sense, because why would they reprint cards that had an errata on the card? And also for the new people in the Kaisuku crew or in the One Piece trading card game, pre-errata basically means the card that was before Luffy. The count is extremely low for Romance Dawn Blue Bottom boxes. The population count for the alternate art later Luffy, which I consider, the Charizard of the One Piece trading card game.
I'm going to speed this up
is
a bit. I
extremely
know
low
that
and
may
even
be a
lower
bit
than
annoying
cards
to you.
that literally came out just this year. Well, I think that you guys have a recipe for success, right? It just makes so much sense that you should go for the more rare and more scarce cards, especially the card that came, or the Luffy card that came from the first set of One Piece. I think that's why initially there was a $8,000 and $7,800 sale, because people have that same thought, right? Why would I not want to buy the first Luffy that you could pull from a pack? And it is technically the first edition, just by, not by semantics, because the first edition is a super pre-release later Luffy, but no, this is the first printing of Romance Dawn Luffy. Why is it not more expensive? So,
yeah, no, it's a fair point. So, pre-errata, Luffy. Actually, I don't know, man. He might have a point here. What's the population of these?
Just because they didn't first video, because this just proves that, I had very, very high conviction on pre-errata cards. It just made a lot of sense. And another thing I think I mentioned in a couple other videos, I think, this is the Charizard of the One Piece trading card popularity poll, had 12 million bottom to open up. Raw price stays relatively low, then there is
Actually, I think this guy is onto something here. Hang on.
So that is the pre-errata version, and those cards are extremely one of your super, right? So that is the
OP11 003 pre-errata. Oh man, look at that. This like holofoil one's 21K. Yeah, I mean that's the grail, huh? All right, but
version.
Does he talk about the pop count of these? So
and that I'm
where's
not
he at
talking
here?
about opportunity in Feb then meets the, but I'm cars in I stand Storm, but those.
Here we go. The Luffy leader. Pop count 720. That's so low. So is there like a super shiny one and like a not so shiny one? I can't quite tell. No, I think it's all the same, isn't it? Like there's only one. There's only one alt art. Right here. It's this one. Damn. Dude, he might be right. These cards do seem undervalued, frankly. Pre-erratas. Man, should I buy this? Holy crap. It's a PSA 10 pre-errata. Oh, it is errata? Or wait, hang on. What is the errata? Okay, so the errata says, you may rest the specified number of Dawn cards in your cost area, set up one, blah, blah, blah. Rest the specified number of Dawn cards in your cost area, set one of your, during this turn, power during this turn. This is the pre-errata. So this is actually a post, wait, what? This is an image of the fixed post-errata version. Okay. Set one of your supernovas or a Straw Hat Crew type character cards with a cost of 5 or less is active. It gains 1,000 power, blah, blah, blah. Set up to 1. This one just says set 1. Oh. Okay, set up to... Wait, what? No, this is an image of the fixed post-errata version. Before set 1, set up 2. So the key is, oh, interesting, wow. Holy crap. Okay, Lucas, what do you think? Should I buy this? Sorry, not this one. This one. This is a PSA 10. I can look this up, I think, right? PSA card lookup. Eight eight five seven. Eight eight five seven 2517. Right? Shouldn't I be able to look up the exact? See last sales in PSA 10? Is there a way I can look up this exact card? PSA lookup by ID. Here we go. Cert. Oh, but this is the errata one. Oh, yeah, I see. I was looking at this all wrong. Okay, yeah, the pre-errata ones are like 20K. That makes sense. I don't understand how I can see only the errata. Or the pre-errata. Yeah, What's the OP11 manga? The Shanks manga? It's a 10,000 attack with no blocker. Oh, no blocker of 2,000 or less. Yeah, so I wonder what's the pop count on this? OP01. Autographed cards, what's that? Not many of the Dawn cards, huh? I guess maybe just people don't get them graded. The chances of the video you put have ones like 1 month ago. This video was put up a day ago. But I can look right here. I can see the Shanks pop count, at least the ones graded with PSA. It's 12,082 have been graded with PSA. Or well, actually I don't know what this even means, really. Is this ungraded in this far column? Oh, this is a 10, the 10 population. What the fuck? How is the 10 population so huge? Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay, so in a PSA 9, in a PSA 9 you have 2600. It's pretty interesting. Ungraded Wave 2 pre-errata. For 380 bucks. It's just an alt art rare, but still, it's pretty. I don't know. I don't know. I do think that this guy is onto something with the pre-errata cards. Or at least it's worth looking at. But this stuff is crazy. I mean, this is not pre-errata. Only for 5,000. Let's sort these by price. How do I sort? Let's look at only $500 or more. Dude, I want to sort so badly. What the fuck? I don't know. I just generally think that you could be right that these are kind of like going to be major cards. Anyways, the other thing I'm interested in is GameStop buying PSA. Look at this. PSA acquisition incoming. Ryan Cohen and Nat Turner already did a thing. PSA Professional Sports Authenticator is the leading collectibles authentication and grading service, and it operates as a division of Collectors Universe. Blah, blah, blah. Collector Universe was described by a group by Nat Turner, D1 Capital. Cohen Private Ventures. Wait a sec. Oh, okay. This acquisition resulted in Collectors Universe becoming private, blah, blah, blah. Collectors Universe, which owns PSA, was valued at approximately $4.3 billion as of March 2022. I noticed that GameStop started grading cards, which made a lot of sense to me. I mean, they should have like a grading machine. They shouldn't buy PSA, they should do their own grading. They should not buy PSA for $4.3 billion. Instead, they should leverage their extensive network of stores. This is what GameStop should do. GameStop, with its network of stores, although a shrinking network of stores, still a large network of stores that has a brand value, should start offering their own grading services. And at each store, they should put a machine that can scan cards and grade them using a repeatable algorithmic process. Call it AI if you want to call it AI. But yeah, I mean, that's the headline. GameStop launches AI card grading service. GameStop launches AI card grading service. That is a good idea for GameStop. It gives them something to do with all these retail locations. Instead of mailing your card into PSA, if you can take it to a GameStop and they use their machine to scan it, I mean, PSA charges an arm and a leg. It's at 28 PE, GameStop's at 10 billion. What's on the balance sheet? I mean, book value is 5 billion on it. Come on. No debt, basically. I mean, I guess it's like $1 billion of debt, but still. Come on. What's up with share count? Why is our share count going up here? I don't like that. Dude, they're sitting on a pile of cash. I mean, I guess they could just buy PSA. Still seems like a waste of money when they could just roll this out themselves. But they could literally just pay cash for PSA. Call it a day. I don't think it would be a good use of money, but, well, I don't know. Arguably, it's better than sitting on cash if you want to try to grow this business. Man, it got down. Okay, GameStop is kind of looking like a buy, man. Like, what is going on here? What's... I guess the cash flow is, I mean, it's not bad. It's like almost 500, almost $500 million on a trailing basis. But what's going on here? What is this? They offer 40, Yahoo has 40 years of financial statements if you upgrade? I did not realize that. I mean, it's not a steal by any means. Who's that guy that bought into GameStop? Oops. Ryan Cohen. Oh my God, the madman. The GameStop movie? Yeah, I still haven't seen it. I don't need to watch a movie about it. Like I was there, man. Like what new information am I gonna get from the movie? I saw the whole thing in real time. It's like 4 years ago. Man, Ryan Cohen, he's just buying 10 mil on the open market. I mean, what the? Guy is a madman. In March at 21 bucks. What's the short interest? How old do I think you are? I think that you are $23. Maybe you're a bit older. Maybe you're a bit older than 23. Maybe you're like 26. I'd be curious to know though. .8% of float is pretty high, I think. Most shorted companies. And say most shorted US companies. Oh, nice screener. What is CMCT? Let's filter this based on market cap. So everything greater than $1 billion. $20 to $25 range, yeah. Nice. Yeah, I just figured since you're in school, you're probably, you know, university student age. Those are good times. I wish that, I wish I had tried to find a girlfriend more in my early 20s, or like, or I should say a wife. I wish I had focused more on that. It would have been nice to have found somebody by the time I was like, say 27 or 28 so that we could start having kids when I was 30. That would have been the ideal situation. And if you find someone when you're young, you can kind of like grow together more. When you're old, you're already kind of grown up and you're just set in your ways, and it's harder to mesh with somebody. It's not a startup, it's a merger. You're not starting something together, you're trying to merge your lives together. It's not as romantic for sure. Crisp. Is this crisper? Yeah. Super micro? Wow. Quite a run. Oops. You were with one girl for 3 years and it didn't work. Yeah. Well, you gotta find a good one. It's hard. Always you have the thought of what if, yeah. Yeah, relationships, they take a lot of sacrifice and a lot of give by both parties. I think it's really hard now too, because I think women really, well, it may be, I don't know how it is in Uruguay, you know? Maybe different. The US, I think, is weird. It's tough. But you just gotta find somebody who's kind of down, and then you gotta keep investing in them and make sure they're investing in you and kind of walk together. You gotta be selective. Be selective.
Got two of them. I got two of them right here. So if you lower that population count down to 2, because I am never selling 2 that want to master set Romance Dawn, there are only 548 PSA 10s. I guess total, there's only 720 in a BGS 10 or PSA 10. Well, then there is a severe bottleneck in trying to complete the master set of Romance Dawn. And for example, I've got 2 of them. I got 2 of them right here. So if you lower that population count down to 2, because I am never selling these cards unless, I don't know, someone offers me a Lambo or something for one of these cards. well then, no one's gonna sell their cards. And I know other people that actually own a lot of pre-errata Luffys, and they have the same idea as me. We don't want to get rid of our cards because we really do think that these things have staying power as the first edition of the One Piece trading card game. So there's going to be bottlenecks for these collectors, and as you guys know, like, there are a lot of collectors that want these really nice and exclusive cards. So if people aren't selling and the population count isn't going up because nobody is opening up Blue Bottom Romance Dawn, well then, oh man, huge supply shock. I made that same statement in this video here, and I'm making it again today. There's going to be a lot less Romance Dawn in population than there are people that want to get Romance Dawn Blue Bottom cards, the pre-errata cards. So if you factor that into the game with the low pop counts, how I think that, excuse me, gosh, I think I've been yapping for too long. The fact that the Blue Bottom boxes aren't going to be open because they are so expensive, and then with people, let's just say once again conservatively 1,200 people in the world that are going to want to master set Romance Dawn, well then there's just so little card.
Another nice channel is TCG Baka. It's like a One Piece vendor. Oh yeah, that would be interesting.
I mean, that was just a Luffy, but with the law, there's even less. There's only 614 across PSA and BGS. I mean, it's just so low. You cannot tell me that there aren't at least 1,000 people in the world that want this law leader, right? I've got one of them. I'm never selling it because I only have one of them, right? So these things are going to be so hard to get. And I'm sure the population count will continue to grow over time, but it's not going to be anything crazy like an SP or a manga rare that all the other people that are coming into the trading card game has their eyes on. And I feel like right now the pre-errata cards or some of the super pre-release leader cards I mentioned before are still relatively undervalued because that's not the stuff that these new people they don't have their eyes on yet. That's where I think that we can take advantage. The fact that we crunch the numbers, we know that there is pre-errata cards. We know that there's only really 3 that kind of matter. I mean, there's a Zoro that I haven't talked about that has a different holofoil in the bottom left corner, but I honestly just don't have the data for it, so I don't really feel like talking about it. But, you know, there is, long story short, guys, I think you guys kind of understand what I'm putting down. There is clear opportunity here for us to win with these pre-errata cards. And that's why we've seen these crazy gains. 500 to 4,500, and then from July to I think October we had the $8,000 sale, but from 2,200 to 8,000, which is a 4x. If you go from February 6th where it's only $500 to $8,000, that is what, I can't even math right now, but that's almost a 20x, probably more like a 15x, right? 15x is I think about $7,500, right? Quick math. Anyways, we are seeing some crazy gains on these pre-order cards. And I do think that once people realize the significance of these cards, even though I've already talked about it with my core Kaisuken crew right here, I think that once more people figure it out, these could go even crazier, right? It just makes sense. If I am a new person into the trading card game, it just makes sense for me to immediately target the first set of One Piece, right? It just makes so much sense. And I think if you are a real collector, you're going to want to get the first printing, which is Blue Bottoms. Anyways, I think you guys understand it. It's a pretty basic and, yeah, pretty basic thesis, I would say, but I think there's still just so much value. Real quickly, I'm going to talk about law. There's not too many law cards on the market right now, but they're pretty much going for about like $2,000. And as I said before, the PSA 10 pops only 472, so it's even lower than the Luffy. This is my favorite card because you guys know I love law. I am him, he is me. But anyways, guys, if you guys haven't understood what I'm talking about in today's video is very clear, and I'm telling you guys right now, I'm gonna make myself big for this one. Get your pre-errata cards if you can. I understand that they are extremely high right now. I mean, personally, $4,000 for a single card, that is a lot of money. But once again, guys, never and not financial advice. I want you guys to just kind of understand the opportunity that exists with pre-errata cards. They technically already have, with the Luffy, have already reached 8,000. They've normalized right now. But, you know, I was kind of thinking that we would definitely reach that $8,000 price point again, maybe like in 6 months after the live action. But with new eyes coming in with Pokemon and with the sports card world, I think that we might reach that 8,000 price point even closer than I even imagined, right? Once again, I can't even fathom what's happening right now in the market. It feels like I have to make a video every single day at this point, which, I mean, I might, right? Because There's just so much I want to cover.
Seems too cheap.
This is even scratching the surface. I have like a notepad right here next to me of all the videos I still need to make because I just covered my pre-erotic cards. I have a couple of...
Yeah, I mean, what do you think? Is this fake? Should I gamble on this? I mean... Yeah, 442 ungraded. But, I mean, still, like, there must be something wrong with it, right? I mean, it's hard to see. It looks like it's in good condition. But I feel like it could be fake or something, or I don't know. I want to look at this PSA 9, 13511. 0558. Yeah, I mean, these things are just not really... Oh, Yeah, there's a lot of PSA 10s moving on eBay. Wow, I mean, that's insane. There's just nothing available anymore. I feel like I'm late on this. This guy was smart to get on those pre-errata cards. Everything's just moving insanely fast. TCG Baka. Oh, he's a vendor. He's like at shows and stuff. All these channels started like 3 months ago.
Just came home from a Costco trip to open up my Osmo Pocket 3.
Hey guys, this is day one. I was really sick to say it, so I did not speak in this video. Here you can see me opening up my display case and me showing off some of my first slabs from Japan. You got this.
Yeah, I want to become a vendor, so I am.
You want the straw hat first?
And maybe hopefully down the line I pick them up again. These are really cute cards. My favorite is probably these three. I think these are the first three I actually ever bought. Thank you. Bye.
I've actually been binging these vendor POV videos for like a year, and I was watching Friday TCG, and while I was sick, I was like, I've been on.
You want the box video? All right.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a special video for you guys. We're going to be ranking all of the One Piece booster boxes, what you should be buying right now. And
Yeah, I can't watch this at regular speed.
January, but considering the jumps we've seen on a lot of boxes over the past week, I figured with everything changing, it's worth doing right now for those people hopping in, looking to build positions. We're also going to add in the first and second anniversary English should be buying right now. And I was actually planning to do this early January, but considering the jumps we've seen on a lot of boxes over the past week, I figured with everything changing, it's worth doing right now for those people hopping in and looking to build positions. We're also going to add in the first and second anniversary English sets, and then we're also going to add in the starter decks kind of as like a combination block to talk about here. So starting off, I think we're going to start with the pre-release starter decks, and I'm going to put this on, and by the way, before I actually rank anything, we should go through the sides here. So at the bottom, we have No Bueno Amigo, then we have Meh, Decent, Sell the Wife, Sell the Kids, and then Get a Second Mortgage plus Sell a Kidney. That basically means now sometimes they're up. These over in the Pokemon Sphere over the past 12 months with these pre-release starter decks. They have amazing cards in there, especially the Luffy one. And again, if you guys are building very large positions in One Piece, $100,000, maybe even larger than that, sure, buy a few of these, get some exposure. But for someone only looking to spend $1,000, $2,000 on One Piece, probably not worth putting 30, 40, 50% of your portfolio into these. Now, the next up that we have here is the second anniversary English set. We'll talk about the first anniversary after this. I think I'm gonna put this in decent as well, and let's put it in front of the starter decks, just because I think the promo cards are more cool. I definitely undervalue these this year. They've done very well, and I probably should have seen this coming. Undervalue these just because I think the promo cards are more cool. I definitely undervalue these. This year they've done very well, and I probably should have seen this coming, honestly, because the promo cards inside, because the products were so cheap 6 months ago. If we come in here and look, you can see he could have been buying this around $250, $260.
Yeah, see, he got the second anniversary. He's putting the second anniversary box up here. I have the first anniversary box.
The second anniversary neat pre-release starter decks. It's the same thing. It's all based on the promo cards inside, and hey, those could continue to run, but just like how I don't recommend buying a lot of mangas and SPs right now, I think a lot of promo cards have had solid returns. I just don't know how much more they can go up. I think there's probably going to be better places to put your money long term, but again, if you're planning to build a very large position in One Piece, it might be worth getting some exposure to these for the long run. So the same thing I think is going to go with the first anniversary set. I'll put it in front of the second anniversary set. I think the cards are just a little bit cooler, and obviously being the first anniversary set, it probably carries a little bit more weight. And if you guys are curious, this is the second best performing sealed One Piece product that I could find on TCG Player over the past 12 months. The best being Romance Dawn White Bottom Booster Boxes up around 400.
Dude, that's crazy.
Over the past 300.
I got mine for
days,
$750.
I think this is a decent product. It's getting expensive though. Recent.
Okay, yeah, 1,700. That's more realistic.
sales for like $900, $1,000. You're building a massive position, $100,000 or more than that. Putting 1%, 2% of your portfolio into something like this, probably not going to want to buy upfront. Value of some of them not be the best. That's why you're never going to get a perfect list. People are always going to disagree with what I say, but I will try my best to walk through everything as we go. So with those out of the way, we'll get into the main set, starting off with Romance Dawn blue bottom booster boxes. Before I rank this, I do just want to point out these have done great over the past 12 months. We're up around 275% on TCG Player. Recent sales, you have 4.5K. This is based on 3.7K market. So realistically, I think that this is over 300% as well. If we just do a quick check here, yeah, sub $1,000 back December last year. So clearly doing great if you bought these. I think that the blue bottoms, even close to $5,000, if you're building a large position, probably worth getting one. I know people don't like a lot of the cards in Romance Dawn. Sure, there are way better sets that you can invest into. The Shanks is still decent though. I mean, as a top hit, it's what, like 3,000, 3,500 at PSA 10 right now. Blue bottoms, you do have the chance as well of having the pre-errata Luffy in there, the pre-errata Nami, the Zoro, the Trafalgar Law. So there are some special cards you can pull out of those blue bottoms. And I think scarcity is going to play a role in how well this box does. And also the fact that it's just the first release from Bandai in the One Piece TCG. I'm currently going to put this in Sell the Kids. I think it might be towards the back. We might even drop it down towards the end of the video. I have had to rank blue bottom boxes, booster boxes, which months these boxes are eventually bought for them, and I drop a Beard card. I like the 8 contain honestly. The set, I still don't think it's the worst set Bandai has put out, and also it's getting pretty old. It's going out of rotation. I'm gonna put it in meh for now, and we still might move some.
Is that Paramount?
There aren't cards in here. I think there's still a decent in this set. I still don't think it's the worst set Bandai has put out, and also it's getting pretty old. It's going out of rotation. I'm gonna put it in meh for now, and we still might move some things around. I just don't think it is a great place to put your money currently. I know next up, Pillars of Strength. It's around $345 on TCG. Kind of the moves. For King Monger, that's gonna. And outside of that, a lot of heat and be a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 card. And outside of that, sure, you have a Nami in here. You have a Luffy wanted poster. This was the first set that had wanted posters in there, which is something you do have to point out, but it's still not a great set. I would definitely not be making a very large play into it, especially at around $350, $400 a box. I'm going to put this in meh behind Paramount War. I think Paramount War is a better play currently. Now next up, Kingdoms of Intrigue. This is sitting around $240, so fairly close to what Paramount War is doing right now. When we come in here and look at these cards, Sabo up top, not a great manga either, not super expensive. The Boa Hancock SP has done great this year. It's moved from, I think, like $150 all the way up to like $450. It might even be pushing 500 plus at this point. You have a Whitebeard in here, a Trafalgar Law. You have a VV as well. A lot of these SPs, I think I really undervalued over the past, say, like 6 months. I really didn't give Kingdoms of Intrigue a fair shake. I still think it's a really bad set. Like, I'm not going to say it's A tier or B tier or anything, but it is better than what I thought it was. I'm actually going to put it in meh as well for now, but I'm going to put it in front of Pillars of Strength. I think for the longest time, I probably would have flip-flopped these. And I understand that people would probably put these a lot higher just because they are going, and I would say it's A tier. I'm actually going to put it in meh. It is better than bad ones. I really didn't give. I think I really fair out 50. It might even be pushing 500 plus at this point. You put Hancock at the slopes up. Kingdoms of Intrigue. This is sitting around $240. Like I thought it was. And but if you every other set in the initial block of One Piece, Romance Dawn takes the cake. It's not even close. Sure, the boxes are way more expensive. You could buy like around 4 or 5 Paramount War boxes for the price of one Romance Dawn white bottom booster box. But I still think I would rather own the Romance Dawn boxes than have all of those Paramount War Kingdoms of Intrigue boxes. So moving on, we will look at Awakening the New Era. You guys know I've thought that this was a great set since I got into the One Piece game. When you come in here and look at a lot of these cards, Monkey D. Luffy, Gear 5 manga, top hit, amazing chase. It kind of is going to be one of those timeless cards in the TCG. We also have the Ichirota stamped Luffy alternate art card, which I think is amazing. It adds so much value to the set. And then over the past, say, 3 to 4 months, we've had the rise of the other mangas like the Trafalgar Law. The Captain manga or the Kid manga is really not doing that great, all things considered, but it's still a card that has $400 or $500 worth of value. The absolutely alternate speed. They have other priorities. Super high on their priorities. There's a chance reprints happen. I think if I can token it, it's an absolute no beat. All Sunday has kind of easily middle of the pack at this point. And for all those reasons, I am going to put it in the top of decent tier. And the reason for this is when I look at this box around $180, would I rather have 5 Wings of the Captain booster boxes or 1 first anniversary set? I think in that comparison, I'd rather have the Wings of the Captain booster boxes. And that's why I am going to put it in front of all of those in decent tier. Now, before we go any further, I did just want to jump in here and say, if you guys are enjoying the video, I'd really appreciate if you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. It helps out a ton. Also, if you're interested in taking TCG investing more seriously, I do have my market spreadsheet at the top of every video description. You can use the code ONEPIECE for 30% off. And then also, if you need more help buying, selling, or holding product, I have links to my consultation calls if you guys need that one-on-one work. So moving on, we're going to be jumping into the Memorial Collection here, EVO1. This box is really surprising me, guys. I did not expect this box to be growing at the rate it currently is. Obviously, I was a fan of this just because the scarcity rarity aspect. You had a couple decent cards in here. The Chopper manga, it is fairly rare. You had some playable cards, which a lot of them have been reprinted in PRB02. This is really a scarcity play in my mind, and maybe a play on the fact that it's a pink box. It probably looks interesting as a collection piece being displayed. That's really where I think most of the value is. You can see here, recent sales, almost $700 USD from today. It's kind of crazy that this box is selling for about the same price as a PRB01 booster box that has a god pack that's worth like $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 USD. If you're building a very large position in One Piece, I would absolutely recommend getting a little bit of exposure to EVO1. You don't have to go out and buy a case for like $8,000, $9,000 at this point, but you could buy a box or two. If you're building a smaller position, only a couple $1,000s, probably not going to be worth it for you to put that much money into EVO1. And for all those reasons, I don't think I can put it super high on the list, but I will put it in decent tier. And
what are the top pulls for Wings of the Captain? Manga Zoro. English exclusive Nami. Seems like a good card. Oh, it's the starter deck Nami though. But it must be alt art or something? Or what's going on? Why is it?
I'll put it in front of the anniversary sets as well. I think that's a decent place for it. And again, maybe we'll come back and move some things around towards the end of the video. After that though, we have OP07, 500 years in the future. I have so many tabs open here. It's very tempting to find these boxes, but I'm doing a decent job, I think, in this video, surprisingly. Up to $165 on TCG Player. Recent sales, fairly close to $200. This is insane to me, guys, okay? There is no way that OP07 should be selling for as much, if not more, than Wings to Captain, and even OP11 at this point, I think it's selling for more. So someone's pumped this on TCG Player with a lot of the other sets. I know people like the Onami. The Onami is great. It's probably the best or one of the best SPs that Bandai has released. You have the Treasure Rare Law in there. You have the Boa Hancock manga, which I think is great as well.
I ordered a box of this.
But when you look at the
OP07.
value, you look at the chase, outside of maybe 2 top hits that have a combined value of like $1,500 at this point, maybe, there really is nothing crazy and desirable that I would want to get out of this. And for the longest time, there was a ton of boxes on the market. I know with the TCG Player sale, that's kind of changed. eBay, there's still a decent amount out there. I still think that it's not a great place to put your money. I understand if people want to get a little bit of exposure. I know some people talk about EVO3 coming up and maybe the cards having another bump. I feel like a lot of the value that those cards have currently already is like the EVO3 speculation kicked in, because we've seen them jump like 100% plus over the past couple months after EVO3 was released. I'm going to put this in meh, and I'm actually going to put it behind I think everything, maybe we put in front of Pillars of Strength, because I feel like I would rather have 2 boxes of OP07 than 1 box of Pillars of Strength. So it's going to be somewhere towards the bottom. I don't think it's a great set, even though it's gone up a lot over the past week. Just look at the numbers, guys. For the past year, you're up 63%. You could have been investing in any other set that was halfway decent and just absolutely crushed those returns in OP07. So not a great place to put your money. Don't recommend it at all. Now, after OP07, we have OP08 2 Legends. You guys know exactly where this is going. It's going in S tier, baby. The best set ever. No, we can't do it, guys, honestly. Garbage set, S tier, no way. This is the bottom of trash tier. No bueno, amigo. Stay away from this bottom of trash. Garbage set, S tier, the best set ever. No, we can't do it, guys, honestly. Garbage set, S tier, no way. This is the bottom of trash tier. No bueno, amigo. Stay away from this box.
The bow is good. Yeah. I think
I think
07's not bad.
That's really you.
I don't know.
Fine, go
He's
ahead.
pretty negative on it,
but
but
Legends just to
I think
appease
it's
your
decent.
OCD. But for the vast majority of people, this is
I
not
bought a
box you
case
find.
of it,
Sure,
so
it's
I don't
cheap. So
know.
if you only have like
I feel like it's got some cool
$150
stuff
to
here.
spend, maybe you just buy a box of this. But honestly, you're probably just better off buying OP12 because at least that set has.
It was cheap.
Of it. When we look at 2 Legends,
I bought
top
it.
hit, Silver's
It's pretty
Rayleigh
cheap.
manga. It's around $412. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we have a conversation in a year and the Porteous D Ace SP is higher than the Rayleigh. That really would not surprise me. Maybe even the Jewelry Bond manga, the Treasure Rare Luffy, like maybe one of those cards actually has the legs to overtake the Rayleigh manga. It's unfortunate. Rayleigh's an awesome character in the manga and anime, but just not a super desirable, popular card. And it's unfortunate because if you don't have the value in those top hits, people aren't going to want to open the boxes in the future. So even though it's probably got one of the best SP profiles, I guess you could say, in all of the One Piece TCG, not having a solid top hit just means it's not a great investment. There's also a ton of boxes on the market, so I think it's honestly going to be dead money for a really long period of time. And there's just no good reason that you can argue to buy 2 Legends. So for that reason, bottom of the barrel, it's probably going to end up being the worst one on this list. Next up, not a bad set, we have PRB01, if I can bring up this booster box. This has gone on an absolute tear this year, up 315%. Even over the past week, we've gone from like $500 up to around $700. And recent sales, actually, for sale being at $10. It's fairly close right now between PRB01 and EB01 for which box is going to be the next to $1,000. I still think it's crazy that those are close. I imagine it will be PRB01. It should be PRB01 in my mind. And I know it's really easy for me to say that you should go out and buy PRB01 because I already have PRB01 that I bought at like $250 US back in May of this year. But even at $350, $450, I was still telling people to buy this box. And you guys have to remember that this is the only set that Bandai has put out that has a manga god pack, okay? You can literally pull like, what, 10 mangas out of a pack, $8,000 worth of value. I think when you do the grading, if they all get PSA 10s, we're talking like $16,000, $18,000 USD at this point. You also have all the gold dons in there as well. And you have some amazing alternate art cards that are worth money also. So the Shirahoshi, I know this is playable, but that's up there. The Boa Hancock is an $88 card now as well. This is still clearly a buy in my books if you're building a decently large position in One Piece. If you're only putting $1,000, $2,000 into One Piece, it might not be worth it anymore for you to pick up this box. But if you're building a $5,000, $10,000 position, $100,000, obviously I would recommend case quantity. This is still going to be an A tier in my opinion. And I don't know exactly where I want to put this right now. I'm going to put it at the back of this kind of A tier, Sell the Kids tier. We might move things around though as the video goes on. And after that, we do have OP09 Emperors in the New World.
Yeah, those manga god packs are pretty sick, huh?
To around $300 on TCG Player this week. There are still a decent amount of boxes on the secondary market, but it's moving at a decent pace. This is a set that has very solid chase cards, 5 mangas again. So when the set released at the time,
I just keep like one thing I don't understand with the mangas though is like, don't they have like something like? Can you differentiate between the mangas that you pull from the reprints, like from PRB, the PRB mangas versus the ones you actually pulled from OP?
Mangas, we also had some really solid SPs. The Nami SP, which is now up to like over $600 USD. The Boa Hancock SP.
Are they differentiable?
Wanted posters of the Luffy, the Zoro Juro's up to $450. So with all of these cards moving up in price, it's just making OP09 deeper. And it is still one of the deepest sets in One Piece. And also, it's fairly cheap compared to anything up here in the Sell the Kids tier. So I think for all of those reasons, I'm actually going to put it at the front.
PRB manga versus original manga. With English release, there's a difference in printing quality as Bandai updated the printing practice between Japanese releases of OP08, PRB01, and the English release of PRB01. There's a more definitive dot matrix printing in the printing with higher quality color. The differences for the cards can more easily be determined for the manga Shanks, Ace, blah blah blah, with One Piece logo stamp and alt art star being applied to their designs. Yeah, so there's like this, they adopted this alt art star thing. So yeah, there basically is a small difference.
Sell the kids tier right now. I think I would rather have 2 boxes of OP09 at this point compared to 1 box of OP05, and then it's kind of like the same deal going down. I think I would rather have 2 boxes of OP05 compared to 1 box of Romance Dawn, even though that's very close. Like, you could make the case to put the white bottom in front of OP05 like this. I think that would be fine as well, but I'm going to leave it like this for now. And honestly, guys, towards the end of the video, however deal go at now, those are still cards sets in one piece, and also it's fair. And with all the ones that have on TCG Player this week, there are still a decent amount of boxes on the secondary market, but it's moving at a decent pace. This is a set that has very solid chase cards, 5 mangas again. So when the set released at the time, nothing even came remotely close to that. OP05 had 3 mangas. This had 5 mangas. You also had some really solid SPs. The Nami SP, which is now up to like over $600 USD. The Boa Hancock SP, same deal. The wanted posters, so the Luffy, the Zoro Juro's up to $450. So with
yeah, it's crazy, man.
Moving up in price, it's just making OP09 deeper.
You're a shark.
Still one of the deepest sets in One Piece, and also it's fairly cheap compared to anything up here in the Sell the Kids tier. So I think for all of those reasons, I'm actually going to put it at the front of Sell the Kids tier right now. I think I would rather have 2 boxes of OP09 at this point compared to 1 box of OP05, and then it's kind of like the same deal going down. I think I would rather have 2 boxes of OP05 compared to 1 box of Romance Dawn, even though that's very close. Like, you could make the case to put the white bottom in front of OP05 like this. I think that would be fine as well, but I'm going to leave it like this for now. And honestly, guys, towards the end of the video, however this plays out, just know that any setup here is probably worth investing in. So people are going to comment, they're going to say I'm crazy with this ranking, but hey, to each their own. Now, moving on, getting into Royal Blood, OP10. I love the SPs in this set. I think they're great. The Edward Newgate SP is one of my favorite cards that Bandai has released. I love the artwork. I think the Sanji SP is beautiful. The Uso Hachi is cool. The Portgas DA's Treasure Rare, also interesting. I think that the Charlotte Pudding SP is undervalued, in my opinion, around $30, $35. That should probably go up in price. Also pulled the Trafalgar Law manga. That was the first manga I ever pulled. I graded a 10 through PSA. So there's something special about OP10 to me, but still, it's not a great set. I think I'm going to put it in meh, and I'm probably going to put it in front of a couple sets here. Let's put it right here, actually. I think I would rather have OP07 in my portfolio just because the manga card's better, the SPs are worth more and more desirable, but I would rather have 3 boxes of Royal Blood than 1 box of Pillars of Strength. That is just me. They're all fairly garbage sets, so I'm not going to take a ton of time trying to justify my rationale, but just know, don't buy them, okay? They're going to be down there. Do not pay attention to those sets. Extra Booster, Anime 25th Collection, EBO2. This is a set you should be paying attention to. You guys know I like the extra boosters because Bandai hasn't done extra print runs for these extra boosters and premium boosters. Also, when you look at the set, you have the Monkey D. Luffy Gear 2 manga up top. Iconic pose, fairly expensive card at this point. It says $1270 approximately, but realistically, this is selling for like $2,000 raw. You also have the Boa Hancock SP, $450. I think in a 10, that's going for like $1,600 to $2,000. It's very low pop. You have the Luffy alt art, which I think is great. You have a bunch of other SPs in here, and the one that I want to point out is the Vegapunk SP. If you guys are new here and don't know, this card, even though Vegapunk isn't a popular character, it's actually an error card. Bandai came out and they issued a correction to the text on it. So for that reason, that card is fairly expensive. And for all of those reasons in total, I'm going to put this fairly high on the list. I'm going to put it in Sell the Wife tier. I think this is great. You could probably make an argument to put it higher as well, but for now, we'll leave it there and maybe we'll move some things around towards the end of the video. Next up, OP12, Legacy of the Master, if I can find this. Pretty decent set at this point, considering it's only like $100. And when you come in here and look, you have 3 solid chase cards, the Jewelry Bunny manga, around $600. I think it's selling close to $700 right now. And then the Blackbeard gold and silver card selling for about $600, and then $1,000 for the gold. Some decent SPs, the Zoro Juro, the Ace, I think is awesome. That's actually moved up a lot as well. I think when we talked about this last, it was like $80. It's now up to $120 USD. Demon Warrior 9-Sword style, Asura Blades drawn Dead Man's Game. That's a beautiful manga event card, $112 there. The Zoro alt. So it's got a lot going for it, and it's a very cheap box. I still don't think it's the best investment. You don't have a crazy chase in there. You don't have a Luffy. You don't have a Zoro manga. You don't have a Shanks manga. So I don't think I can put it super high on the list, but this might surprise a lot of people. I'm actually going to put it here, right behind EBO2, and a lot of that reason has to do with the fact that you can still find this box for like $90. I think just based on the current market price, based on where like OP06 is as well, around $200, OP07 being $200, it is clear as day that this will be a $200, $250 box in the future. If you're buying it at like $90, $100, sure, you might have to wait a couple of years for a lot of the boxes to be opened, but the value is there, the value will be there in the future, and it's a fairly safe bet even if a reprint comes. So I'm actually quite bullish on OP12. Same sort of deal actually with PRB02. I think that this is a fairly solid investment, and honestly, this might be the most underrated set on the market currently, sitting around $190. Recent sales, you're closer to $200, but when you come in here and look at the value inside of it, Sanji Manga up top, $1,300 to $1,500 currently. Gum Gum Giant, $375. You have the Charlotte Pudding around a couple $100. I believe that's fairly playable right now. Some of the Gold Dawns still have value, like the Nami, the Yamato. The Robins actually come up a lot, surprisingly. The Shanks, I think originally, right when the set released, the Shanks was the most expensive or second most expensive, right behind the Nami. That one's fallen off a little bit. The Boa Hancock is great. The Manga event rares in the set, like the Crossfield. I love this card, by the way. I think it's so awesome with Buggy on there. The Shanks SP has come up a lot. Come on, we'll fight you. I mean, there's just so many good cards in here. Also, again, it's a premium booster, so we're likely not going to see another print wave of this set. I think for all those reasons, I'm going to put it fairly high on the list, and I'm actually going to put it in front of OP12. I think I would rather have one box of PRBO2 right now compared to two boxes of OP12. That is just my opinion. But again, I think a comparison like that, it is fairly close, so you could go either way with it. And also, we're going to have to go back here because I realize at this point, we've skipped over OP11, A Fist of Divine Speed. You guys know, if you've been watching a while, I think that this is also a fairly decent set. I bought another case when this was around, I believe like 130 USD after like the conversion up here in Canada. I bought from HPW Games. The gold Luffy, that's like $3,000 USD. The silver SP, we're talking $1,400-1,500 USD. The Gear 4 Snake Man Luffy, they're getting close to $1,000 USD. There's a ton of value in this set, and even outside those top three cards, you have a decent SP profile. I don't like a lot of the artworks. I know people enjoy the texture, whatever. I just think they're a little bit boring. I much prefer the style.
I think I have it in Japanese,
like Royal Blood, but still, they carry a decent amount of value. You have the Gear 2 alternate art in here as well, doing wonders. So based on current market price, I think that this is actually a fairly decent buy. I'm going to put it currently at the front of the boxes of OP11 compared to one box of EBO2. That's just kind of how I'm thinking about it. Dollar card as well. Everything that you would very possible that you can do it for OP12 or that shit. What are you going to do when boxes come back down to $150 after a reprint? If that happens, right? You would be sitting on your boxes, which is great, but you might not see any gains for the next 12 months or longer. So that is a possibility. That's why you always want to have money on the sidelines. But clearly, it is the best set ever released by far. It's not even contentious. So build a position in OP13. Now, that's everything released. I do want to go over OP14 and then also EBO3. Those are going to be releasing in the first couple months of 2026. I believe OP14 comes out January 16th. 15th or something like that, and then I believe EBO3 is the end of February, like the 26th or something. So by March, both of these sets will be out in English. I'm not a huge fan of OP14. I guess we can start with this. Hawkeye Mihawk manga card. I will say I love Mihawk. I think he's a cool character, but it's not going to be one of the most expensive manga cards. That's just the reality. The Buggy, Gold and Silver SPs. I love Buggy, but those will not be super expensive cards either, and they probably will still be close to like $1,000 at release. At least the Gold Buggy, maybe the Mihawk manga. But as time goes on, those will come down in price. And just compared to the other SPs, like the Luffy SP, the Blackbeard SP, the Shanks SPs, it's just not going to be the most expensive one. You have a couple Boa Hancock cards in here. The SP, you also have the manga event rare, so that's cool, I guess. Maybe if this is like an OP12 situation, if I can go back to OP12 and find the tab here, if you can pick this box up around like $90-80 after release, there's probably going to be a decent amount of boxes out there. Stores are going to be dumping them. Sure, if you want to pick up a case for like $1,000 at that point, doesn't seem like a terrible long-term hold in my mind, but I also don't think that this is going to be anywhere near the top echelon of One Piece. So for all of those reasons, I'm going to put it, let's say, I don't know, back of decent tier, because it really is dependent on where it releases, right? What's going to be the price point a month after it comes out in English? If you can buy it around $80, I would probably put it like all the way up here, right behind OP12. But if it comes out like $120, it's probably going to stay in this range. So that's why I'm not really giving it a super official ranking, but just know based on the price of release that that will move essentially. Hopefully that makes sense. And then finally, EBO3. This is going to be a very long video, guys. So if you make it this far in the video, I 100% appreciate you guys being here. EBO3, kind of same deal in my opinion. I think the set is overrated. It's overhyped. It's absolutely the Gooner set. So people, you know, they're just not actually thinking properly about what's inside of this. People love the waifus. I think a lot of these cards are beautiful. What's inside of this. People love the waifus. They're just not acted. It's overhyped. It kind of saying make it this far in the video. I 100% appreciate you guys being here. It's overhyped. It's absolutely the Gooner set. So people, you know, they're just not actually thinking properly about what's inside of this. People love the waifus. I think a lot of these cards are beautiful. They will be expensive, especially the Boa Hancock, the Nami, the Nico Robin, the Uta manga. Sure, maybe that cracks $1,000. It's probably going to be a little bit more expensive than the Jewelry Bonnie. I just have that feeling, especially based on the sales in Japanese. But is this ever going to be a top tier set, even as an extra booster? No, I don't think so. You're just not going to have that $2,000-3,000 card that's going to propel this forward. Sure, it's an extra booster. Maybe it has a limited print run, and that plays into the price of it long term. I would put it somewhere, maybe at the front of decent. Maybe you want to put it a little bit higher, like the back of the Sell the Wife tier. I think that's fine as well. I don't think you can put it much higher than this. And I also think a set like EBO3, just because there's a ton of hype behind it, it's probably going to be fairly expensive to get at release. Maybe somewhere between like, let's say $175, $185. Maybe we see this box even get up to $200, because when EBO2 came out earlier this year, this was about $175 on TCG.
What do you think? Are you going to get EBO2?
Whether that was
or sorry,
online or in person, but just
EVO3,
compared to
the
EVO2,
Gunnar
it's going to
set.
come out in a period where there's a ton of hype around One Piece. People are just going to be trying to buy up everything they possibly can, and I just don't think it's as good of a set as EVO2. So if that box was sitting around $175, in a normal market, we'd probably see EVO3 be like 150-ish, I think, but just based on the market we're going to be in, I could definitely see it being around $200 USD on TCG Player a month after release. So I think that's going to be my list. I'm also trying to contemplate if I want to move anything. OP11, I'm sure some people would have this higher. I just don't think you can put it much higher right now. I know some people would also probably move the Romance Dawn boxes down. Maybe they'd move PRPL 1 down, but I still think long term, the best sets, they tend to outperform. I'm not going to say
No
always,
way.
but they tend to outperform. And that extra, let's say 10 to 20% annualized ROI that you get every single year from those top sets compared to a bottom tier or a mid tier set, that adds up over 5 to 10 years. So you have to consider that. But I am curious to hear from
He
you.
put it in the sell the wife tier, so you need to sell the wife and buy the Gunnar set.
Guys, what you would move up on the list, what you would move down, so feel free to leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, you made it this far, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Also, again, if you are shopping, eBay, TCG Player, Hobbiesville, affiliate links down below in the description as always, market spreadsheet at the top, and the consults will always be there. I don't have channel sponsors. If you guys do want to sponsor the channel, definitely feel free to reach out through email, but for now, I will just promote my own stuff, and I appreciate you guys working with me, supporting the channel. It genuinely means a lot. So with all that said, thank you so much for watching the video. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Warhammer 40,000 has the craziest, most complex, and deep lore I've ever seen in anything fiction. It is literally a meme in the community that trying to explain Warhammer quickly is impossible. But I actually think this is something of a rite of passage for Warhammer lore YouTube channels to attempt to explain Warhammer quickly. And so that's what I want to do with this video. I want to do my version of explaining all of Warhammer lore as quickly as possible. Okay, so there are a couple of things that I need to establish here before we actually get into what the lore is. The first thing to establish is the character of the Emperor of Mankind. Now, a lot of other fiction has an emperor or a central imperial figure, and Warhammer is no different.
What the hell? It's like glue or something. It's weird. Very strange. I think I'm gonna go to bed, man. It's pretty late for me. I don't know what time it. Man, I'm confused about your time zone. It's so late for you. Why are you up so late, man? So late for you. Anyways, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. But appreciate you coming to hang out again. I'll have to figure out a way to draw in some new viewers here. Must not be guess I need more, I don't know, more action maybe. Just more packs to open them faster. I don't know. It's been interesting though. Anyways, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. But thanks for coming to hang. Opening some packs. Got a couple good cards here. Got some SRs. We added a Dawn. But yeah, good hanging, man. I'll see you in the next one. Adios.